You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney, and you also have a right to have that attorney present before any questioning occurs and while any questioning occurs. If you cannot afford to hire your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. At any point in time, you can choose to exercise these rights and refuse to answer any further questions. Do you understand the rights that I have just read to you? If you have ever watched Law and Order or any police television show, you know what I've just recited to you are what's called the Miranda Rights. The Miranda Rights are a set of rights that are used for criminal suspects that have been placed under arrest and are in police custody, and they're used to warn the person that they do have a right to remain silent. Now, I raise these rights because every day, certainly every week, they tell me a story about what happened in their case or when they got arrested, and then invariably at some point in time, they say, and on top of that, Mr. Scott, they didn't even read me my Miranda rights. And so not only do I want to recite those rights to you tonight, but I also want to let you know that many people don't understand when the Miranda rights kick in. Most people think that anytime they have any contact with a police officer, anytime they have any conversation with someone from law enforcement, they're entitled to have their Miranda rights read. Nothing could be further from the truth. The truth of the matter is there are some encounters with the police that are what's called consensual, meaning that if you have a conversation with someone in law enforcement or a police officer and you are absolutely free to walk away, your freedom hadn't been restrained, you haven't been told or ordered to sit somewhere or stand somewhere or placed in handcuffs so that you can terminate that conversation at any point in time, your Miranda rights don't apply, and you're not entitled to any Miranda rights. Now, hear me clearly. Miranda rights do apply, and they must be read to you, and those warnings must be given if you've been taken into custody and the police are asking you what we call incriminating questions. In other words, if you're in custody, you're in handcuffs, you've been placed in the car, you've been placed in the paddy wagon, you're down at the station and you can't leave, and on top of that, police are asking you a question that they should reasonably know. If you answer this question, there's a good chance that you might in fact confess to a crime or admit that you committed some type of crime. That's when your Miranda rights apply. That's when you have to be given those warnings that anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. That, my friends, is how Miranda works, and that is when Miranda rights must be read. Make a note of it.